Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, we can do it. You'll keep
Yeah.
your video turned on.
Yes.
Chairman sir, we only have 1 minute to go live. Will Chairman sir, we can go live now. Dear shareholders, good afternoon, and a very warm welcome to the 24th Annual General Meeting of Tejas Networks Limited. As a reminder, for the smooth conduct of the meeting, the shareholders will be in the mute mode, and audio and video will be opened when they will speak at the AGM as per the pre-registration. Please note that, as per the requirements, the proceedings of the annual general meeting will be recorded and available on the website of the company. I now hand over the proceedings to N. Ganapati Subramaniam, Chairman of Tejas Networks Limited.
Thank you, moderator. Good afternoon, shareholders. I would like to welcome you all to the 24th Annual General Meeting of Tejas Networks Limited. I thank all the members who have joined the meeting today. Shareholders may please note that this meeting is being held through video conference in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Participation of shareholders through video conference is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by MCA and SEBI. The quorum being present, I call this meeting to order. Before we start the main proceedings of the meeting, may I take this opportunity to introduce my fellow directors on the video conference. Mr. P.R. Ramesh, Independent Director. Mr. Ramesh, you are on mute.
Good afternoon. I am P.R. Ramesh, Independent Director, participating in this annual general meeting from Secunderabad. I am the Chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and also the Chairman of the Risk Committee.
Thank you, sir. Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy, Independent Director and Chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee.
Good afternoon, shareholders. This is Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy, Independent Director and Chairperson of Stakeholders Relationship Committee and CSR Committee. I'm attending the meeting from Chennai.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Alice G. Vaidyan, Independent Director and Chairperson of the Audit Committee.
Good afternoon, shareholders. This is Alice G. Vaidyan, Independent Director and Chairman of the Audit Committee, attending the meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Anand Atreya, CEO and Managing Director of Tejas Networks.
Hi, good afternoon, shareholders. I'm Ananda Athreya, CEO and MD of Tejas Networks from Bangalore.
Arnab Roy, Chief Operating Officer and Executive Director.
Hello shareholders, this is Arnab Roy. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Tejas Networks.
Sumit Dhingra, Chief Financial Officer.
Hello shareholders, this is Sumit Dhingra, Chief Financial Officer of Tejas Networks.
N.R. Ravi Krishnan, the Company Secretary.
Namaste shareholders, I'm Ravi Krishnan, Company Secretary of Tejas Networks.
I confirm that the Chairperson of the Audit Committee and Chairperson of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee are present for the meeting through the video conference. I confirm that the Statutory Auditor, Internal Auditor, Secretarial Auditor and Cost Auditors are also present for the meeting through video conference. I now request N.R. Ravi Krishnan, Company Secretary, to provide general instructions to the shareholders regarding participation in this meeting.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining at our 24th Annual General Meeting today. Shareholders may note that this Annual General Meeting is being held through video conference in accordance with the Companies Act 2013 and circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Facility for joining this meeting through video conference or other audiovisual means is made available for the shareholders. The company has also provided webcast facility to view the live proceedings of this annual general meeting on the company's website. The Register of Directors and key managerial personnel, the Register of Contracts or arrangements has been made available electronically for the inspection by the shareholders during the AGM. Shareholders seeking to inspect such documents can send a request to agm@tejasnetworks.com. As the AGM is being held through video conference, the facility of appointment of proxies by the shareholders is not applicable and hence a proxy register for inspection is not available. The company has received requests from few shareholders to register themselves as a speaker at this meeting. Accordingly, the floor will be open for these shareholders to ask questions or express their views. The moderator will facilitate this session once the chairman opens the floor for question and answers. It may be noted that the company reserves a right to limit the number of shareholders asking questions depending upon the availability of the time at the AGM. The company has provided the facility to cast votes electronically on all resolutions set forth in the notice. Shareholders who have not cast their votes electronically and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes during the meeting through the e-voting system provided by the NSDL. Shareholders can click on the Vote tab on the video conference screen to avail this feature. Shareholders are requested to refer to the instructions provided in the notice or appearing on the video conference page for a seamless participation through video conference. In case the shareholder face any difficulty, they may reach out to the helpline numbers. Shareholders may kindly note that this AGM is recorded. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ravi. The company has taken all feasible efforts under the current circumstances to enable shareholders to participate through video conference and vote at the annual general meeting. I thank all the shareholders, colleagues on the board, auditors, and the management team for joining this meeting over video conference.
Thank you so much. I would now request Chairman to address the shareholders.
Thank you, Moderator. Dear shareholders, good afternoon. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to your company's 24th Annual General Meeting. On behalf of the Board of Directors and everyone at Tejas Networks Limited, I would like to thank you for your trust and confidence and look forward to your continued support to the Board of Directors and the management. The annual report for the year ended 31st March 2024, along with the Directors' report and audited annual statements of the company, have been shared with you, and may I request that these be taken as read. I would now like to outline the salient aspects of your company's financial and operational performance for the year 2023-24, followed by an outline of the overall business environment in which your company is operating. FY24 was a breakthrough year for your company with significant growth in revenues and order wins, coupled with good progress and operational excellence transformation. The summary of our FY24 financial performance is as under. Revenues from operations were at 2,471 crores, a year-on-year growth of 168%. Earnings before interest and income tax was 93 crores compared to a loss of 104 crores in the previous year. Profit after tax was 63 crores compared to a loss of 36 crores in the previous year. Earnings per share was at 3.71 rupees compared to a negative 2.46 in the previous financial year. Order book at the year end was 8,221 crores. In FY24, your company was awarded 2 significant wireline and wireless equipment contracts in its history. The cash position of the company remains strong at 641 crores in cash and cash equivalents, and with short-term borrowings of 1,744 crores for working capital purposes. The proposed amalgamation with Sankhya Labs was approved by our equity shareholders and unsecured creditors at a meeting organized by the National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, which is currently underway. Following the approval under the Government of India's design-linked PLI scheme for telecom and networking products, the company received 32.66 crores as incentives for financial year 23 during this year. In FY24, Tejas collaborated with Tata Consultancy Services Limited and the Center for Development of Telematics in the design, development and rollout of an indigenous telecom stack for BSNL. BSNL awarded the mandate to TCS to supply, install and commission the Pan-India 4G, 5G mobile network. Tejas is the supplier for 4G, 5G baseband and radio units for this network. Spanning over 100,000 sites, this is possibly one of the most complex and challenging network rollouts in the world due to its scale, technical complexity, stringent performance standards, and integration with a host of existing technologies. I am proud to note that your company has stepped up and is well on track to deliver on this project in the coming year. I commend the team for rising to the challenge and for their outstanding all-round execution across all operational functions, including R&D, supply chain, network services, and program management. In FY24, the company also completed supplies of its state-of-the-art TJ1400 access and aggregation routers for BSNL's Pan-India wireline network for unified backhaul of its full range of mobile, broadband, and enterprise services. Carrier switching and routing is another complex technology area that your company has recently ventured into that has a large global addressable market. With a countrywide deployment of 13,000 plus nodes, this is the largest such network in India that has been built solely using indigenously designed and developed or manufactured routers. With an extensive portfolio of world-class products and combined with our proven expertise in building large-scale networks, I believe that your company has laid the foundation and the launch pad to be the top-tier global telecom and networking OEM from India. Let me move on to give you some business outlook. The key drivers of our business, such as expanding network connectivity, growing data usage, and advancing communication technologies, continue to be favorable. While 5G and FTTX rollouts have been gathering pace globally, these technologies have a multi-year capex runway both in India and in many parts of the world. The average data consumption per user is growing exponentially due to the availability of more sophisticated devices and higher bandwidth applications such as streaming video, online gaming, and virtual reality simulations. Generative AI and spatial computing technologies are enabling new applications and driving a second wave of digitalization in enterprises and consumer-facing industries. This, in turn, is expected to result in a massive surge in data traffic in networks and data centers globally and will call for a significant network capacity scaling and fresh network build-outs in the next few years. Your company is closely tracking these technology trends and is extending and advancing its extensive portfolio of wireless, optical, and packet products to make them future-ready. Besides creating a complex range of state-of-the-art baseband and radio products for 5G networks aligning to the 3GPP standards, we are also introducing advanced hardware and software capabilities in our wireline products to make them more scalable, flexible, and intelligent. Sankhya Labs is bolstering our competencies in adjacent technology areas such as satellite communications, broadcast, and fabless semiconductor designs and SOCs. We believe that these new products and feature additions, we are well positioned to win new customers and gain market share in existing accounts. As of 31st March 2024, Tejas and Sankhya had cumulatively filed 446 global patent applications and owned a rich portfolio of 350 plus semiconductor IPs. The company has been expanding its international presence and seeking to elevate its global branding through targeted physical, digital marketing campaigns. Thanks to these efforts, your company won several reputed international awards this year for its innovative products and solutions, notably the Network X Award in Paris for global leadership in PON-based smart city services and the prestigious Public Company of the Year Award from Light Reading USA. As one of the fastest growing economies in the world with a large home market, success in India serves as a strong reference to many parts of the world. As an R&D driven company, we recognize that human intelligence is a core asset that drives the organization's long-term success. As of March 31st, 2024, on a consolidated basis, the company had 1980 employees on its roles, which is nearly 40% increase over the last fiscal. Over 60% of our employees are in R&D. Our company is committed to its mission of creating value for all its stakeholders and to positively impact the environment and the community at large. Our company is taking steps towards reducing carbon footprint and ensuring that our products are engineered to operate in an environment-friendly manner throughout their life cycle. Our business operations too are geared to minimize negative environmental externalities. In summary, FY 23-24 was a transformative year for the company, which will serve as a solid launchpad for future growth and success. The company has significantly expanded its execution capabilities to deliver projects at scale while continuing to follow an asset-light manufacturing model. We have added both breadth and depth into our world-class portfolio to be able to address a large share of the global telecom equipment market. The fundamental drivers of our business remain robust, and there are several near to medium-term opportunities on the horizon which hold significant promise in terms of their potential to generate meaningful revenues for the company and sustain our sales momentum in the coming years. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Tejas Networks, I thank the respective governments, nodal agencies of India, the Government of Karnataka, and all the other government agencies and government of various countries where we have business operations. We are grateful to all our customers, employees, shareholders, suppliers, and bankers for their consistent and tireless support even in the most challenging times. The board also places on record its deep appreciation and gratitude to Mr. Chandrasekhar Bave and Mr. Sanjay Nayak, who retired from the board, and Amur Lakshminarayanan, who stepped down from the board this year. The company immensely benefited from their rich experience and invaluable guidance over the years. We look forward to the future with tremendous optimism and confidence as we strive to build India's global telecom and networking company that we can all be proud of in the years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chairman. I would now request Anand Athreya, Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director, to address the shareholders.
Dear shareholders, good afternoon. I'll be providing an overview of the company's performance, highlighting key milestones, and outlining our future plans. So FY24, as Chairman said, it's been a robust, we have had robust financial performance with revenues, profitability, and strong order inflow. Our revenue from operations was 2471 crores with a year-over-year growth of 168%. And the EBIT was 93 crores and the profit after tax was around 63 crores. We've had a strong order book of 8221 crores with a year-over-year growth of 325%. We received 7599 crores PO from TCS to supply 4G and 5G equipment for the BSNL Pan India project. We also received 696 crores PO for BSNL's Pan India Metro Access and Aggregation Network project. We also benefited from the government provided design linked PLI scheme. We received 32.66 crores as PLI incentives for FY23 in FY24. We are eligible to receive incentives from FY23 to 27, subject to meeting all of the investment thresholds. As the chairman said, the amalgamation with Sankhya Labs has been approved by the equity shareholders and unsecured creditors. This slide kind of gives you that Tejas has a very comprehensive portfolio addressing several components of the network. If you look at left to right, left is all about broadband access, which is through mobility or residential broadband or enterprise broadband, and Tejas has products in that segment. And all of this traffic is backhauled to a metro access and aggregation routing products. And then all of this traffic is again steered to metro core and long haul DWDM and optical transport network, and eventually it reaches network. So as you can see, Tejas has a very comprehensive portfolio to address a large and growing market. Let me talk about some of the key customer wins in FY24. First, it's about India. In India, we won the largest BSNL Pan India rollout of 4G and 5G. It is one of the largest rollouts in the world. We are the sole supplier of the 4G, 5G baseband and radio products. And as of March 2024, we shipped close to 10,000 sites, plus sites, cell sites, worth of radio equipment. The other project, which is also a large project, which is the indigenous rollout of IP/MPLS routers for BSNL Metro Access and Aggregation Network. And this we have deployed close to 13,000 plus routers. And it's all been managed by Tejas Management System, and it addresses and backhauls traffic for mobility, fiber broadband, Wi-Fi, and IoT devices. We also won a large opportunity with NSIL through our Sankhya subsidiary to enhance the maritime safety with their two-way MSS network. This is powered by Sankhya's SDR chips, and we are supplied to close to 2,500 vessels in FY24. The value of this particular deployment is it enables real-time tracking, two-way messaging, SOS alerts, and weather updates to ensure the safety and security and productivity of our fishermen. Then we also have had two wins internationally. One is a provider called Fiber Connect in Italy, where Tejas supplied end-to-end optical and broadband network on both optical transport DWDM and GPON products. And Fiber Connect is also using Tejas network management system called Tej NMS. The other significant win that we've had is strategic partnership with Telecom Egypt, where Tejas has been selected as one of the trusted suppliers to power Telecom Egypt's network. So as in addition to supplying equipment, we will also help Telecom Egypt in local manufacturing, R&D, training, and technical support centers in Egypt. So the other thing that I want to talk about is global scale manufacturing and networking services. In order to serve a network of those scales that I talked about, whether it's a 4G, 5G wireless or metro access and aggregation, we need to have a global scale manufacturing facility. So the model that we have adopted is asset-light business model, and we work with our EMS partners for manufacturing, and all of the equipment that they give is assembled and manufactured and tested within Tejas facility in Bangalore. And we have the state-of-the-art facilities that meets global standards such as TL 9000, ISO, ANSI, and IEC. And we also have several services, network services that we offer. We help customer build networks. We support and manage, offer services to support and manage the network. We also offer consultancy services for design, and we also do knowledge transfer to our customers through knowledge services. In order to accomplish all the things that I said, we need to build a world-class team, both in R&D and other functions, and that's what we have, right? So it is a complex, multidisciplinary skills are required to make global and highly reliable state-of-the-art telecom products, in which we have, as Chairman said, 60% or greater than 60% of workforce is in R&D. We have very low attrition, thankfully. There is good amount of gender diversity, which will continue to improve as we go. And we have more than 25% of our graduates or postgraduate or of our employees in R&D are postgraduates. And we, as a company, we are very conscious about ESG. So as far as the environmental goes, we are ISO 14001 certified. We care about green procurement, and all of our products our components are RoHS compliant, and we are EPR registered for e-waste management, and we do a constant assessment of our value chain partners. From a society social point of view, we have a lot of health and wellness programs and educational programs for our employees. We strictly adhere to safety standards for R&D and manufacturing facilities. We also participate in a lot of volunteering opportunities, blood donation camps, and other opportunities. In terms of governance, there is a very strong oversight through several boards and committees within Tejas. And we also do a lot of training and implementation of the Tata Code of Conduct. We also have a formalized supplier code of conduct, and there is a materiality assessment that happens on several ESG aspects regularly. So what is our competitive edge and our structural enablers? So there are certain things that's happening in the industry today that are structural enablers benefiting Tejas. One is there is a movement of disaggregation of telecom networks, where the service providers and our customers are moving away from full vertical stack to actually more disaggregated stacks, where they get the best of breed from several suppliers and build their networks out. And the service providers and our customers are also evolving towards adoption of a lot of open networking standard-based technologies, and there is also a growing demand of trusted equipment suppliers. So from Tejas' point of view, our competitive edge is we have a very comprehensive end-to-end portfolio. It spans wireline, optical, and packet technologies. And we also have very innovative solutions. For example, one of our products is the ultra-converged broadband transport and routing solution, where you not only have access, but you have also aggregation, and you also have routing solution all in one box. And we also offer differentiated network solutions for variety of applications. In terms of business model, we have a very cost-efficient R&D, primarily out of India, and with world-class productivity. We also have asset-light manufacturing, and we also collaborate with global EMS partners to manufacture and supply our products. What is our contribution to global standards? Networking is all about standardization, right? And there are standard bodies out of India, and there are also global international standards. And Tejas is proud to participate very actively in all of the standard bodies such as ITU, 3GPP, ORAN, IEEE, Bharat 6G, and TSDSI. And in a lot of these standards, there are a lot of subcommittees, and in fact, a lot of the Tejas employees lead in those subcommittees. One of the other things that we are doing is Tejas is well known in India. We want to elevate our brand globally. And, as you can see, we are participating in a lot of international events such as MWC, both in Barcelona and Las Vegas, Network X, Communic Asia in Singapore, India Mobile Congress, and AfricaCom. And we have also been given a lot of awards and recognitions at these events for our products and our success stories. So one of the important things for Tejas is we are creating a solid foundation for a company to become one of the largest telecom and networking companies in the years to come. And for this, you need a solid foundation for growth and scale. And you accomplish this with three things. First, products. Right? We are investing heavily in R&D and products, which means we are investing constantly developing new products, refreshing the products that we have across both wireline and wireless. We are continuously innovating. We have around 445, 446 global patents, and then we've been granted around 335 so far. And people, we are investing heavily in people. They are the hallmark of any great company. We have close to 1980 employees as of FY24, and this shows a 40% year-over-year growth. And 60% of our employees are in R&D. And there's a lot of training, hiring that happens to ensure that we treasure the asset, which is the people. And in order to achieve the kind of growth that we want to get to, it's important to have a lot of the manufacturing. So we are, as I said earlier, we are asset-light manufacturing. We do what we need to do, but we also work with the EMS partners and to build good products and coming out of our factories. And in fact, all of the radios and all of the routers actually come out of our factories. If you look at 10,000 plus sites of wireless equipment and also 13,000 routers, they've all come out of our factories here in Bangalore. So what are the robust demand drivers for business going forward? As you can see, there's a lot of applications that's actually happening in the net today that is driving network usage and network bandwidth. And Tejas gets to benefit immensely from this. You hear a lot about generative AI. It's all about compute. It's all about data. So that is driving a lot of data growth. And you have virtual reality and spatial computing. We have multiplayer gaming, and we also have streaming video, and all of these things drive bandwidth. So you can see that the growth in network traffic is exponential, almost 3 to 4x, between 2024 and 2030, right? So and we serve the following markets: the mobility, the 4G and the 5G mobile broadband, the multi-gigabit fiber broadband, the IoT cloud and edge computing. All of these use cases and applications drive and benefit from bandwidth growth. And we have to provide the equipment to be able to build those networks. So what is our strategy? Our strategy is actually very simple. We want to have a rich product portfolio. We want to create a world-class wireline and wireless products to address a lot of our customers, including global carrier networks. We also would like to expand to adjacent markets such as enterprise and other data centers. And we want to offer solutions that is very differentiated. In order to accomplish this, we have a strong R&D. We are investing in go-to-market, which means in order to achieve a leadership position in India, both domestic and government, government and private. We also want to leverage the Tata brand and also our global telco relationship to break into global tier ones as we go, right? And we want to use these large reference wins that we had in India to tap similar opportunities globally. So you will see us continuously investing in go-to-market with sales and marketing to have our presence globally. And in order to be able to supply to our customers, as I said, we have an operation that is on a global scale. We want to capitalize, and thanks to Government of India's PLI scheme, we are benefiting from it, and we are contributing to that. And we want to expand our EMS partnership to build scale and to serve our customers. So if I were to say 4 words, we are insanely focused and we are executing ruthlessly for an exciting future. FY24 has been a landmark year for Tejas. We won 2 of the largest deals in wireline and wireless in our history with a strong year-end order book. We are also transforming ourselves internally for scale. We are expanding R&D, manufacturing, partnerships to deliver large projects. We are very technology focused to serve multiple products and multiple customers. And there is a favorable business outlook, as I said, because of demand in bandwidth, and hence we can serve our customers. And we want to develop a global brand and explore group synergies that we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. I now request our Company Secretary, Mr. Ravi Krishnan, to provide a summary of the auditor's report, please.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. The statutory auditors, PricewaterhouseCoopers Chartered Accountants LLP, and the secretarial auditors, Mr. C. Dwaraknath, practicing Company Secretary, has expressed unqualified opinion in the respective audit reports for the financial year 2023-24. There were no qualifications, observations, or adverse comments on the financial statements and matters which have any material bearing on the functioning of the company. The statutory auditor's report on standalone financial statements and consolidated financial statements are available in the annual report. Secretarial audit report is enclosed as Annexure 3 to the board's report of the annual report. Thank you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you, Ravi. As the notice is already circulated to all the shareholders, with the consent of the shareholders, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. Before we proceed, I am pleased to bring to your notice that as required under the Companies Act 2013, the company had provided you all the facility to cast your vote electronically on all resolutions set forth in the notice. Shareholders who have not cast their vote electronically and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes through the e-voting system provided by NSDL. Shareholders may please note that there will be no voting by show of hands. Further, shareholders can seek clarifications and or offer comments on items of business, if any. The results of the resolutions shall be declared not later than 2 working days from the conclusion of the annual general meeting of the company. We now take up the resolutions as set forth in the notice. The floor will be open for any questions by shareholders after all the resolutions are tabled. Resolution number 1, adoption of audited standalone financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2024, together with the reports of the Board of Directors and Auditors report thereon. Resolution number 2, adoption of audited consolidated financial statements of the company and its subsidiaries for the financial year ended 31st of March 2024, together with the report of the auditors thereon. Resolution number 3, appointment of Mr. Arnab Roy as Director liable to retire by rotation of the company. Resolution number 4, to approve the existing as well as the new material related party transactions with Tata Consultancy Services Limited. Resolution number 5, approve the increase in borrowings in excess of paid up capital and free reserves. Resolution number 6, creation of charges on the movable and immovable properties of the company, both present and future, in respect of the borrowings. Resolution number 7 is the ratification of the remuneration of cost auditors. The text of the resolutions along with the explanatory statement is provided in the notice circulated to the shareholders. I now request Ravi to please take over.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Before we go live with the question and answer session, here are some points to note for your convenience. Kindly turn on your video when you are projected on the broadcast screen, unmute yourself, and proceed to ask the questions. Please mention your name, folio number, and the location from where you are joining. Each shareholder will have 2 minutes for the questions. To avoid repetitions, the board will respond to all the questions at the end. Once you have asked your questions, you can log off and continue to watch the proceedings. Thank you, Chairman, Chair.
Thank you so much. The floor is now open for questions. We will first invite Speaker Shareholder number 1, Arun Kumar Bopana. Please unmute your audio and you can go ahead with your question. Mr. Bopanna, please go ahead.
Yeah, coming. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon to everybody. Thanks to Ravi Krishnan for arranging the VC and the cordial relations. Chairman, sir, I missed you at the TCS AGM. Anyway, the physical meetings are much better. Even today it's digital. The internet went off and I'm speaking from the telephone now. And
Mr. Bopanna, we are unable to hear you. It seems there is a connection issue with Mr. Bopanna. We will move to our next speaker member, number 2, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Mr. Gupta, please unmute your audio and you can go ahead with your question.
thank you.
Mr. Gupta, please unmute your audio. We will wait for the connection from Mr. Gupta. It seems there is a connection issue with Mr. Gupta as well. We will move next to our speaker shareholder number 3, Mr. Naveen Botra. Mr. Botra, we have sent a prompt on your screen. Please accept that. You can unmute your audio and you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah, very warm greetings to our chairman, NGS sir. Warm greetings, NGS sir. Very warm wishes to our managing director, Mr. Anand Athreyaji, and other distinguished board members and management team of Tejas. I am Naveen Botra, attending this 24th virtual AGM of the company from Delhi. First of all, sir, I would like to place on record my sincere gratitude to you, NGS sir, and convey my heartiest congratulations to the whole team at Tejas for the untiring efforts in the fantastic wealth creation journey of the company, being more than 5x in market cap in less than 3 years of Tata's taking this Tejas coming into Tata's fold. We as long-term shareholders, long-term investors would also like to acknowledge the contributions of our founder and ex-MD, Mr. Sanjay Nayak, in this tremendous growth journey, and request the team to convey our feelings to him as well. To the leadership team, congratulations for achieving the highest leadership team, led by Mr. Anand. Congratulations for the highest ever net revenues with a record order book of more than 8,000 crore rupees. Congratulations, Mr. Anand. Sir, I have the following points for your consideration. In the annual report, page number 11, as well as in the investors presentation, Mr. Anand talked about this one. So I would like to have your views on the reshaping the future of connectivity at Tejas. We say that at Tejas Networks, we are shaping the telecom networks to effectively address the trends of softwareization and cloudification, as computing and AI and ML. AI and ML, we are saying at page number 11. And again, we are saying that we aspire to be one of the top global telecom and networking product company by transforming the connectivity through our innovation-led approach. Mr. Anand spoke about it in his investor presentations, and we appreciate that very much. But your brief views regarding this, sir, will be helpful. Sir, as we now is the BSNL biggest contract we are executing. So what is new next to address and achieve our above aspiration to be the one of the top global networking product company out of India? Would like to have your considered views on this, which will help us in imagining what Tejas can be in the coming 5 years time, sir. Next, coming to my point number 2 and 3, I would like to pick up again from my last year's AGM speech, the point number 2 and 3, which are still moving parts, and I think has humongous opportunity. Number 2 is regarding the Sankhya's direct to mobile D2M, DTT at Sankhya Labs. Sir, in the last AGM, you have indicated as how to this innovative product is progressing. Further, as per a news item in the business standard of 22nd June, TRAI has also recommended for the inclusion of this D2M, DTT services in the proposed National Broadcasting Policy NBP 2024. And we at Sankhya Lab have the potential patented chip for this one. Sir, help us understand the potential of this innovative product and product platform at Sankhya under the current scenario and the roadmap ahead as to how this is going to shape up for us at Sankhya Tejas. And number 3, regarding the fabless chip design capabilities of Sankhya Labs. I would like to, as we all know that NVIDIA briefly became the most valuable company, overtaking Microsoft and Apple. The volatility is continuous and thing. But in the last 18 to 24 months, the AI chips semiconductor companies have created tremendous wealth in the global markets of USA and Europe, and NVIDIA is one of them, and briefly touch the most valuable company tag. So in this paradigm shift of value and wealth creation from software-led technology to AI, generative AI technology has come in a very short span of time in the last 18 months, sir. So my question is that we at Sankhya Lab do have the fabless chip design capabilities, and we are also approved by Government of India under their DLI scheme. As well, our group is also investing more than 1 trillion rupees in semiconductor business in the India in the coming 6-7 years. So in this scenario, NJ sir, we would like to kindly request you to help us understand as to how we are planning to harness these capabilities of Sankhya for the potential revenue generation in the coming times. So in conclusion, thanks to Mr. Ravi Krishnanji and his team for smooth onboarding in this virtual meeting and sending the physical documents in time. Sir, I have already voted in favor of all the resolutions, and would like to propose a vote of thanks to the distinguished board. I wish the team at Tejas, under your experience, guidance, and Anand's leadership, all the very best. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Botra.
Thank you so much. We will now invite our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Vasudev Ramaswamy. Please unmute your audio.
Namaskar, NJ sir. How are you?
Very nice, sir. Thank you. Good to hear your voice.
So nice to see you again after a long time.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
afternoon, Mr. Anand, other board members, team, and my professional colleague, Mr. Ravi. Vasudeva Ramaswamy from Delhi, sir. Congratulations to the team for the good set of numbers and the awards and accolades earned during the year. Mr. Ravi Krishnan and his team has prepared the nice annual report. Lot of work has gone into it. Thanks a lot, Mr. Ravi, for the physical copy as well and for a smooth onboarding in this AGM. Oh, Mr. Sumit Dhingra has joined as CFO. Welcome, Mr. Sumit Dhingra. Incidentally, you mentioned the CEO. All the best for you. So, our company's R&D expenditure is rupees 387 crores and it is 16.3% of our revenues. So, this shows that Tejas is a R&D led company. Congratulations to the team. Sir, I have some few points for your consideration. Our opportunities in the other industries and way forward. See, Mr. Anand in his communication to the shareholders has mentioned that our products are increasingly seeing traction. Please underline the word increasingly. Traction in multiple industry verticals such as banking and financial sectors, healthcare, hospitality and infrastructure. Sir, kindly share your learned views on the size of opportunities we are envisaging in the area, say, in 5 years' time to come. So point number 2 is generative AI. Sir, how do we see at Tejas the disruptive technology of generative AI, and what is the opportunity we are envisaging, and how we are planning to harness this potential opportunity in our business? Kindly enlighten us, sir. Service revenue, sir. Next point. In our annual report, page number 109, there is a mention about service revenue of rupees 97 crores and other operating revenue of 156 crores. Sir, Mr. Anand has mentioned about the service revenue which is coming from Tejas NMS. Your brief idea about whether this will be a continuing and recurring in nature, and how do we see the future potential for these revenues, sir? And my another question is, sir, we are seeing some news item about our Tejas dialogue with Bangladesh, and also about the India's taking part in Bharat 6G. All these things are that technologically how we are going to harness these things will be of help to us, sir. If Mr. NGS can throw light on these things. I wish the team at Tejas all the very best. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ramaswamy. We can move to
Thank you so much. We will welcome our next speaker shareholder, Ms. Elizabeth Mascarenhas. Ms. Mascarenhas, please unmute your audio.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, thank you. Respected Chairman, Mr. N. Ganpati Subramanian, other members of the dais, my dear fellow shareholders, I am speaking from Mumbai, Mr. C. Mascarenhas. I thank the company secretary, Mr. N.R. Ravi Krishnan, and his team for sending me an annual report, also registering me as a speaker and giving me this platform to speak. Thank you. Our annual report is exhaustive, full of information, facts, figures, lots of pictures, and self-explanatory, adhering to all the norms of corporate governance. Our annual report revenues are up, PBT, PAT, but last year we were in loss. This year we are in profit, operating profit. Good CSR work, very commendable. Also, good awards. I congratulate for awards and accolades. Now my queries. My first one is, have we rated ESG? If so, which agencies have rated, and what is our score? Are we listed on any dedicated ESG platform? Second, which of our products, wireless, wireline, or network management and monitoring gives us good revenue and have good demand? Next is, how much demand we get from data center, as there is lot of demand for high net in data and upgrading. Next question is, do we use AI, general AI, cloud, generic AI, cloud, quantum computing, ML in our operation? Why our company, I see our company one day becoming NVIDIA of USA. We have such good products, and we develop on the way the NVIDIA has done. So we will become one of the most powerful company, not only in India, but in the world. And our government is very supportive. It is giving in the PLI. You will get the revenues from the PLI and also from Tata Sons, who will be the great supporter. My next question, what is our market share in routers? I have supported all the resolutions. I only, this is the, I think, 24th AGM. I don't know whether it is, but 25th, I want to see our company as the most strongest company of India under the Tata ban. With this, I support all the resolutions. I wish you all very good luck, and especially I wish good health, because health is wealth. So with this, I conclude. Thank you so much for giving me this patient hearing. Thank you and namaskaram.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. We have our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Bharat Raj. Mr. Raj, please unmute your audio and you can go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, very good afternoon, Chairman, entire Board of Directors. I am Bharatraj, attending from Hyderabad, sir. Sir, wonderful Chairman speech, sir. Every information you give, sir. Sir, may I have a few questions, sir? Please let me know. Sir, any plans of BSNL takeover of our company, sir? Please let me know, sir. How is Sankhya doing, sir? And how will the tariff in China lead to systematic shifts, sir, ahead? Please let me know, sir. What is Tejas doing to give quality jobs and reducing poverty with public service crumbling, sir? Please let me know, sir. How will be the new semiconductor policy benefits for Tejas Networks, sir? Please let me know. What are next generation communication solutions, sir? Please let me know, sir. Sir, what is the risk appetite of Tejas? Will you risk or reduce the exposure to high risk investments? Please let me know, sir. Sir, once again, sir, we expect an interim dividend in this financial year, sir. Please let me know. End of the day, the bread and butter for the shareholders is dividend, sir. Last year, I requested for the chairman provide dry fruit sweet box for the speaker shareholder, sir. But the dry fruit sweet box is never fulfilled. And I bring to notice, sir, our company secretary never accessible, sir. Phone kare to office mein, they never connect. He is not there. He is busy. Sir, he is a company secretary, not a CM or PM now, sir. He must be accessible for a friendly show now. Still now he not called, and he not called friendly. Bharatraj, I send you a link. This is the speaker number. What is his job? Company secretary or he is thinking MD? Sir, give the instructions, sir. Instruction for the company secretary. Be friendly with the shareholders. Sir, once again, sir, my best wishes to you. All the best for coming here, sir. God bless you all. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Sir, one more request, sir. Lastly, give to Arun Bopanna last chance, sir. Due to communication, we missed the Arun Bopanna speech. Give last. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bharatraj. We will do so. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will allow Mr. Arun Kumar Bopanna, our next speaker shareholder, to ask his question. Mr. Bopanna, we have unmuted you. You can go ahead with your question.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
The video is not there?
Not yet, sir.
Sir,
Video?
Sir, we have saved your bandwidth so that you can go ahead with your question. You can continue.
Chairman, sir, I missed you at the TCS AGM. We always had a ball with the physical AGMs. This virtual, I could not see or hear properly the MD's presentation. May I request you to send it to my email so that I can go through at leisure? And there are a lot of opportunities for Tejas Network with digital, IoT, big data, AI, MI, rise in airports, airport traffic, high-speed trains, etc. And even there is increase in smartphones from feature phones, and phones are going from prepaid to postpaid with better connectivity for data usage too. And we have 1 billion plus people as customers. And I understand the market is projected to reach around 11 billion USD by 2030. Is it true? And I understand government of India has an investment of 76,000 crores in semiconductor ecosystem. Your comments on that? So Mr. Ganta said that year 2025 will see a 2 billion new job generated by AI and ML. What will be Tejas Pi in that? And are there any contributions from Tejas to Tata Communications and TTML, Tata Tele Maharashtra? What will be the outcome of these? And are we invested in Gujarat Semiconductor facility? Because it's going to be a leap in communication with semiconductor industry and production. How will the new semiconductor policy benefit Tejas Network? What are next-gen communication solutions? And I believe any tariffs in China will have systemic effect from our supplies. Do we face any risk with tariffs in China? How will Tejas reset the customer preferences with consequences of technological advances? And a lot of capex is increasing, sir, but unless the average revenue per user increases, it won't justify the capex. So do you see an increase in mobile tariffs in the near solution? Lastly, sir, India is saying unprecedented optimism, Tejas need to play a crucial role with a generous slice of integrity and commitment of Tata's. In conclusion, I wish Tejas all the best to be a global leader in wireless communication, connecting the world for a better tomorrow. With this, I thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bopanna. Operator, can you try Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta as well?
Sure. We have our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Mr. Gupta, please unmute your audio and video, and you can go ahead with your question, please.
Hello. Good afternoon, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I am equity shareholder of Tejas Networks Limited. So first of all, I congratulate you that company under the umbrella of Tata's. I face a sort of problem just while to start my such type of problems should not raise in future because you are in the technology. Sir, and I thanks to the company secretary and his team to help us to join this meeting through VC. And the investors get a return on our investment after we come under the umbrella of Tata's. So what's your future plan for the company? And the railway network, metro network is going on. Our beloved Prime Minister, visionary Prime Minister is always asking the states to start the metro project in their state from Haryana to Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. In several states, new metro projects are coming. So how you will be benefited for that to supply your technology in the metro? And new semiconductor, I totally agree with Dr. Bopanna that new semiconductor plants are coming. So how we will be benefited, sir? And I thanks to you and your team for excellent result. I warm welcome new MD. And have you planned to split the shares to increase the liquidity and market capitalization, sir? And once again, thanks to the company secretary. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta.
Chairman, that was the last question.
What about Mr. Ravi Kumar? Has he not joined?
Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi had registered, however, he has not joined.
Okay.
So that was the last question. I will now hand it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you all the shareholders, and let me try and address some of the questions that have been asked by our beloved shareholders. Let me begin with Dr. Bopanna. I think, first of all, I want to thank you for your unwavering support to us, as well as, I've been following you, and your literary and poetic skills is something that I envy. Thank you, Dr. Bopanna. I think you have asked a few questions. Let me try and provide you some color. The risk appetite of Tejas is something that you have you started. I think, we are quite calibrated, and we are having a very strong management and control process under our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Arnab Roy. We don't compromise on investments that are required, whether it is for the products, for our business development, or people, or talent development, investment in labs. All of those things, I think we are not making any compromise. We have really over-invested, I should say, in some of this. I think we do calibrate our risks, and especially the risks that we have taken to venture into from wireline business to wireless business, with working very closely with TCS and BSNL, is quite significant. That's in terms of financial and investments, and then the working capital requirements that we have taken, primarily to build a new market for Tejas, and also satisfy the Atmanirbhar ambitions of Government of India as well, right? So I think we are quite calibrated, and I want to assure you that we take the right calls in terms of what we can and how much we can as far as the risk is concerned. I think you had asked a lot of questions on AI, ML, deep tech, and whether there are going to be a lot of jobs going to be created by AI ML and what will be Tejas' share. And it's good that at least, the first time I think I'm hearing somebody saying that AI ML is creating more jobs, right? I know that sense that it's a very positive thinking. But from our perspective, we are focused on AI as a technology and how do we integrate that technology into our products to improve the resiliency, self-healing, and computing on the edge, how we can leverage intelligence around it so that our products are performing well and behaving well and contributing to the sustainability goals of our company as well as our customers. I think that's where we are employing AI ML in a very, very sophisticated, at the same time conforming to the international standards manner. We are closely watching the evolution of generative AI and how it can help us in the embedded technologies. Internally, we are testing it out. We are doing some projects, but whether generative AI as a technology, how it will be productively employed for embedded technologies is something that we will calibrate and see based on the test project's outcome. We will adopt generative AI for such developmental work, and happy to provide certain update during the course of the year or in the next AGM. Then the Tata Communications and TTML both are our long-term customers, and they are using a number of our products like XPON, PTN, OTN, and for access and aggregation networks. And that facilitates them to deliver advanced high SLA connected services to a wide range of their customers, and ranging from small, medium-sized companies to large enterprises. So we'll continue to nurture our relationships and partnerships with both the Tata Communications and TTML, and including the possibility of developing any custom products for such companies is something that we will look at. Semiconductor, I think that a lot of people asked questions about semiconductors. I think, in Sankhya Labs, we have a core competency in terms of semiconductor chip design, and they have built the chip and fabless. Basically, they've designed the chip, and then using third parties, they have fabricated the chip, and the chip is gone into the broadcast radio, which is one of their products, as well as the other solutions, including the fish boat solutions that our CEO articulated in his presentation. It's a very niche capability, and that's something that we will continue to nurture. There are synergies that are possible with the groups, Tata Group's semiconductor foray, including the Tata Electronics, where they are also looking at semiconductor design in a big way. We are exploring such group synergies as pointed out by our CEO Anand Athreya. At this point in time, we will be very closely working with the group companies' semiconductor initiatives to see how we can contribute to them. At the same time, if there are opportunities to partner or leverage each other, which we will do so. Will it be a big leap for Tejas to become a predominant player? I think, absolutely yes, it is going to be a very big leap. We are a small entrant at this stage. The OEMs are, the top 4 or 5 companies are really, really big. They have invested heavily. They have been long-term players. We have a lot of respect for them. We have developed our products in a new way, in the sense that architecturally we are banking on the fact that they are going to be software driven, more and more configurable as opposed to proprietary driven. So, and as pointed out earlier, the world is also considering disaggregation of the network. So architecturally we are aligning to the future standards that are emerging in this particular area, which we hope that will benefit Tejas in the medium to long term. There are key opportunities around the globe that we are targeting, like, in terms of people who are looking for equipments to on the 4G side and on the 5G side. There is a window of opportunity in the global south as well as in the established markets such as North America, where they are all reconfiguring or recalibrating their networks for easily working interoperability and secured networks. And in that context, we are exploring some of the opportunities there. So it's going to be a big leap, but we have taken the baby steps. And as I mentioned in my outline speech, we have created the strong foundation, and we have the launch pad on which the BSNL success is going to be very important for us to secure reasonable market share for Tejas Networks. I think the next generation communication, I think there are a lot of questions, a couple of people asked those questions. And as I mentioned, that we are extremely focused on developing the future radio access networks, which can be installed in a both aggregated and disaggregated manner, conforming to 3GPP standards, ORAN collaborations, supporting 4G, 5G with a full interoperability to other equipments and other players and other enterprise systems. The Sankhya Labs, our subsidiary, is someone with whom we are also working to ensure that can we move functionality into SOCs, and how do we constantly reduce the weight of the radios that we are building, and how we can support meaningfully these radios for real life applications beyond the telecom industry. These are all pretty much thinking and work that is going on right now, and these are all in early stages. It will take time to mature, but we are confident that we are having a differentiated approach to multi-purposing the products that we have to variety of industries beyond using it for networking and routing, switching, and communications. Then human capital, investments in human capital, as I don't want to say much except that, there is a lot of focus. The workforce has almost doubled, 40% increase over the previous year. We continue to look for talent, and anyone who has the necessary skills and the talent that we have, whom we come across, we are hiring them. And number one. Number two is, at the same time, we are building the workforce organically through fresh hirings from the institutions, and then going through the Tejas Academy, and then putting it across. Tariffs in China, I don't want to comment too much on it, but business is all about doing within the laws of the land. So whatever be the laws of the land, and we have to, if we want to operate in a market, we need to be competitive, taking into account the regulations of the market. Our sales team and our legal team are constantly ensuring that we are compliant to those standards that each of the markets and countries are looking for, and we will continue to do so. The resetting the customer preferences is a great question, and it's if you have to reset, I think on the customer preferences wise, I have to reset it every day. Customers keep changing their priorities every day, but at the same time, our challenge is to make sure that the products really work, solid, robust. As you would have seen in the video, it's installed in about 75 countries. They're all kind of workaholic in the sense that, very, very rugged equipment, just works, never fails, always on. So we are very happy with the way that the product and the architecture, everything is architected. And one of the things that we are really worried about is that the components that we use, some of the electronic components that we use is, fast changing. So the result that, we have to keep upgrading our products fairly quickly, because electronic components get improved and outdated quite fast. And because they are in the component supplier, they are in the business of supplying new components, new capabilities, new products at a rapid time. So we have to keep changing our product also to that, adopting some of the latest versions of their products. So we are encouraging all of them to also go software driven, so that it is more a software upgrade that we need as opposed to frequent hardware upgrades. So we will see how that happens. BSNL is a very valued customer of ours, and we are working very closely with them. As of 31st of March, as Anand mentioned, we have delivered about 10,000 sites worth of equipments. But as of today, we have delivered close to about 27,000 sites worth of equipments. So a lot of work is going on 24/7. Team is extremely aligned to deliver BSNL, in a very, very quick time frame. The interoperability, integration with the existing networks, they're all very, very complex. For every circle, we end up doing close to about 200 integrations. So it's going to take some time, but we are hopeful that we will complete the deliveries before the end of this year and make all of us proud. And Sankhya as a company, as I said, it's doing good. It's a very niche company. Semiconductor design, chip design is one, and broadcast capability is very unique. Along with IIT Kanpur, Prasar Bharati, and our customer and partner Sinclair USA, they have developed this broadcast capability, which is something that we are piloting internally in India today for about a few cities to see how broadband convergence can actually yield to better utilization of the spectrum and so on and so on. So we will wait for the outcome of that before we do scale that particular business beyond. So then next is moving on to Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. I think thank you, sir, for your questions and future plans. I think I've enumerated some of this in the earlier responses, but then BSNL continues to be the big focus area. At the same time, there are significant opportunities coming our way in terms of both wireline as well as wireless product businesses. We are grabbing each one of these opportunities that are coming our way. So, including railways, metro network, etc. We have done a proof of concept for the railways with our 4G and 5G network radios, along with the core with our partners. That has gone successfully. So we are looking forward to the tender from railways, and we will actively pursue any such opportunities that is coming our way. Likewise, the opportunities which are there in the 4G network across the global south, as we call it, it is both in Africa, Latin America, Southeast Asia, and also in the Pacific. You know, they're all significantly smaller opportunities, but then when you put all the opportunities together, they are good, and we are actively looking for integrators in each of these markets, wherein, you know, we will supply our radios, supply our equipments, and install and plan the network through the system integrators. It's something that we are exploring. And as we speak, there are opportunities that have opened up even in some of the established markets, which are really to speak about, but they are all the things that we are looking to increase our market share, let's say by a few percentage points every year. And semiconductor, you know, it's as I think I explained it, we are really focused on building a chip that will optimize the performance of our radios and SoCs, which will contribute to wrapping functionalities within it, so that the weight, etc., and the performance of the radio significantly improve. So we will do so. And then the next shareholder. Mr. Naveen Botra, I think, thank you, sir, for our continued support. I think, you know, you have been constantly, you know, engaging with us, and our team is very happy interacting with you. And, you know, I think you also wanted to meet me. Unfortunately, our schedules could not permit, so I could not meet with you, but I look forward to meeting with you during this financial year. Like BSNL, I think there are opportunities, but we will, you know, we are extremely focused on completing BSNL. I think our solutions are working well. Our product is integrated well. We look forward to completing it. And yeah, you know, large deals such as BSNL is very difficult to get every year, but we are looking at every single opportunity that is coming our way. As Anand updated, you know, we had an opportunity to get into market, into the Italian market, which is a good thing. While it is, to begin with, it's on the wireline side. The opportunity to go to wireless is probably there, but we are making some small beginnings in exploring overseas markets for the wireless space. I think direct to market DTT services I've already updated. We are doing a pilot in India. With Sinclair, we are looking at international opportunities. There are proof of concepts that are being executed in a few countries. Hopefully, all of them will mature. And the broadband convergence, there has to be consensus that need to be built across the globe. Multiple standards are there at present. ATSC standards is one which is in the US, which is there. 3GPP is looking at it. And all these have to converge, and then as they converge and as people really realize the benefits of broadband, broadcast convergence and direct to mobile, then I think this business will take off. But I want to assure you that with Sankhya Labs, we have been pioneered in building broadcast radios, and the opportunity is there even to build an integrated radio of broadband and broadcast together. So these are all things that are in the making, and we are closely watching this particular development in India and overseas. I think I already addressed about GenAI, and I don't want to comment too much on the chip design per se, but we are in the core business of making networks work, radios and switches and routers, and we are going to be extremely focused on this and see how we can exploit the AI, ML and GenAI technologies to our advantage. I mean, that's what we are focused on. Cloud, AI, ML, all of these are technologies that are powering the consumption of increased data, and which essentially means that the network traffic, the network utilization is going to go up and up, which means that every operator, every service provider is going to keep on investing in upgrading their network. As they upgrade their network or as they build out new network, each one of them also give us the opportunity to go and position our products and services, and that's the opportunity that we are looking at, rather than really going after the cloud, AI, ML as a services or a product opportunity for Tejas. While we do integrate some of the technologies in our radios and in our solutions. And then you talked about Mr. Sanjay Nayak's contribution. We will certainly pass on your inquiries to Mr. Nayak as well. Then the next one is, I think, Mr. Ramaswamy. I think thank you, Mr. Ramaswamy, for your kind words as well as the questions that you have asked for. Yes, truly, R&D is our mainstay. As a product company, a technology company, we have to keep increasing our R&D and investments. What we are investing is still probably not enough, and we need to do more, and we will continue to increase it as we advance ourselves into 5G advanced and 6G related technologies. Our team is, along with Sankhya, is contributing significantly to innovation and development of standards, both in the 5G and 6G areas, working very closely with the TSDSI as well as Bharat 6G Alliance and a number of other organizations in advancing the innovations across capacity, coverage and experience elements of the network. Right, that's there. Then I think you had asked some specific questions on other services revenue. Where is that? Yeah, thank you. The other services revenue of 97 crores constitutes about 89 crores generated by Sankhya, that includes product development services, essentially direct to mobile technology, broadcast radio, etc. for their customers. And it is for both development services as well as implementation services. And then about 7.8 crores are from repair and return services, managed services to our wireline product customers. These services are provided basis specific requirements that we get from our customers. Essentially, these are type of services which are not very common, but it happens as we develop the products specifically and customize the products for our customers. I must tell you that these are some portion of such services will be there, and it is not recommended to see the proportion right now and use it as a scale for the future. Right? I think I will not recommend that. But then we are in the business of developing standard products which can be implemented. There will be implementation services that will be surely associated with it. We would like to see the implementation services part keep going up. At the same time, custom development services is going to keep on coming down, because we do not want to be developing custom products for one-off products unless it is for a very strategic opportunity or a strategic client, or for a government which is really looking for developing such services and supporting the long-term investment that is required for it. The other operating revenues in the product design linked incentive generated by Indian government, which is 156.3 crores, and export incentive of 23 lakhs. PLI incentives include 32 crores received for FY23 in this year, and we have also recognized about 123.70 crores of PLI incentive for FY24, as there is reasonable assurance that we will receive this grant, because as we embarked on it, FY23, we adopted a conservative approach in terms of, because we were not sure how that will be calculated, etc. Given the precedents and given the experience of how this is going to work and how it's going to come in FY23, as per the accounting policies and standards, we have gone ahead and recognized the PLI incentive for this year, right? And the current PLI scheme is proposed for about 5 years. Okay. I think mostly I think I've answered all the questions from all the shareholders. So thank you all again for being there in the meeting. I believe that we have addressed these questions. Should you have any additional queries, or if I have missed out anything, please do feel free to contact our company secretary. And our company secretary will specially make a point to reach out to I think Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta, right? Bharatraj, Mr. Bharatraj, sorry, for and then understand his concerns, right? So let me now come to the last item on the agenda. The Board of Directors have appointed Mr. Dwarkanath C., Company Secretary in practice, as the scrutinizer for the e-voting process. I hope all of you have taken part in the polling. Further, I hereby authorize Mr. N.R. Ravikrishnan, Company Secretary, to declare the results of the voting and place the results on the website of the company at the earliest. The resolutions as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of the requisite number of votes. Further, the combined results of remote e-voting and electronic voting during the AGM, along with the scrutinizer's report, shall be communicated to the stock exchanges. The results shall also be placed on the websites of the company and NSDL. All the items of today's annual general meeting have now been transacted. Thank you all for attending the meeting and providing your inputs and blessings. With this, I declare that the 24th annual general meeting has closed. Thank you so much.
Chairman, we are no longer live.